I'm Monica Sancio for Fitcamp. This is tip number 7. Are you ready? It all depends, right? Yes. In fact, I'm going to talk to you about the 5 stages of change, according to James Prochaska, his contributors, and guess what? It's still updated today because it's a magical model. It's called the TTM, or Trans-Theoretical Model, and it's all about steps in change. The first step is pre-contemplation. People are not even thinking about making a change. They're not aware. Maybe they smoke, maybe they're overweight, but they're not even thinking about doing anything about it within the next 6 months. Sometimes it takes other people to make them change, but still they're in pre-contemplation. That's the first step of change. But what happens is that transition goes to contemplation when they are made aware of it, either by their own transformational processes, their self-development, or most probably by some trauma or some medical reports that their cholesterol is high, or their friends telling them, hey, you're overweight, or something. So contemplation is the awareness that you need to make a change within the next 6 months, okay? So it's a future that is foreseeable. 6 months approximately is where contemplation is placed on the TTM model, or the Trans-Theoretical Model. Very interesting, isn't it? Okay, what's next? Number 3. Out of this tip number 7, we have 5 steps of change, like I said, and the third stage, guess what? It's to prepare. Preparation is the next step, and people are actually doing something about it. They are planning their activities. Are you in preparation? Are you preparing? Maybe within a month to join a gym, join a fitness camp or a group, or maybe this community or this blog, to connect with people, to go walking with a friend, perhaps to start eating more vegetables. You know, this is all about nutrition, about exercise. We're talking here about fitness, but what's interesting is that this model is actually applied to anything you want to change in life. So pay attention, and you might want to take notes. So be free to take them, and then we're going to give you more information on them, and you can still do your own research and see where you are at this point. Are you preparing for the action, which is step number 4? Action is very interesting because, you know, it's like the pros of making the change. Let's say eating more vegetables, eating more whole foods outweighs the cons of, I don't know, the discomfort of taking your habits and changing them, or not eating so many sweets. So that's when you're actually doing something about it. Okay, that's fantastic. It's like, oh wow, finally, and this feels so good. I love exercising. Why didn't I do this before? You know, that kind of feeling that goes into your body when you're actually taking action. But what's funny is that if you don't do something about your whole change, because, you know, we're talking about the mindset that is necessary to make your fitness and wellness changes, then you'll probably relapse, or maybe something will happen, an accident, or life might have these cycles that probably don't help you or empower you towards your change. So you got to be really careful. And I would add a few tips to this, because in order to reach the 5th step, which is maintenance, you need to have a lot of discipline, because here the pros outweigh the cons, for one, and the maintenance is achieved when you can actually keep that change for 6 months up to 5 years, okay? So to do that, you could, you know, actually be totally self-aware, of course, and you're already convinced that it's good for you, and you are very, very perseverant and persistent, and there is no temptation. That's what maintenance is about. So if we're going to summarize these 5 steps of change according to Prochaska, they are pre-contemplation, in which you're not even thinking about doing anything within the next 6 months. Contemplation, where you are going to do something within 6 months, and then, you know, you start thinking about it, being aware. 3rd step, action, no, preparation. When you actually join a gym, you plan what you're going to do. Action is when you're doing it. Hey, I'm eating better, or I'm eating less calories, or controlling my portions. And the 5th stage, which is the maintenance. But to achieve that, like I said, I want to give you a few pointers, is that you have to be creative and flexible, because sometimes life changes. Life goes up and down, and we have marriages, we have divorces, we have perhaps you're moving, something happened in your life, you're not feeling that great. You still have to adapt your exercise routine, you still have to adapt your healthy lifestyle. So be careful, but you can do it. I'm sure you can. Take care, and I'll see you on excellentlifestyle.net.